This is a 2008 Fairline Targa 47 GT, and I think it's one of the most classic boats ever built. And I sold these when they were new in 2005, 2006, and I sold them all the way to the end in 2011 when they stopped production. This one is in, I don't know if you can tell in this light, but it's a really kind of nice sand colour. So not many were made in this sand colour. There was another colour which was kind of a grey that they didn't call grey, and then you could have white or blue. But actually, I think this looks quite cool, and it breaks up the white. Now, I'm going to give you a detailed tour of this boat, and I'm going to tell you why it's such a cracker. But before I do, if you're enjoying silly videos and you think I speak some sense and you're enjoying everything we do, then press the thumb button there and press the subscribe button down there as well. So let's go and have a look. Now, normally I start by going inside the boat, but today I thought I'd talk about the outside, because don't you think it's very, very pretty? This boat is 2008, so we're 2021, so what's that, 13 years old? But it still looks fantastic. Look at this lovely glass here. You've got the radar arch with the sat TV, the radar, the square portholes, this lovely Targa shape here which has carried on through the years, forward swept arch here which encompasses the hard top, and then, if I don't fall in, you've got a lovely bow with a sunbed area which we'll show you in a minute. That is so noisy. That tiny plane, look, it's lovely today, Dan, isn't it? And then there's not been a plane for hours, and then that comes along. And this rail here, now this rail is not standard. Someone's added this, and they've done a very nice job. So, enough about the outside, let's go inside to the cockpit. And this is a bit precarious, I think we're all right. Yep, all right. So we have got a garage here, and a sunbed on here. Now, like I've told you before, Fairline brought the hull right to the back of the boat, which gives you better lift. Now, nowadays, you have a bigger platform, which you have the tender on. But this platform still does its job, excuse me, fine. Ignore the name, you can call this one whatever you want. So come and follow me on board. Hey, look at this sunbed. It is massive. Look, I know it's not sunny, but look how nice and big the sunbed is. And also, the previous owner of this boat's put a double hood. Have you ever seen that? Got a hood here to keep this dry. Then we've got another hood for keeping that cockpit dry, but that keeps that dry. But anyway, maybe if one breaks, you've got a spare. Very nice little touch. Okay, so come into the cockpit. You've got the switches here for the garage door and the lights and the underwater lights, etc. And come into the cockpit and look at this lovely space. 47 feet. I reckon you could get 6 of you there, 7, 8, 10. So a really, really good space. And look at the Fairline shield in the roof. That is what you call attention to detail. So we've got barbecue here. Which is nice. We've got a cool locker here, which is not so nice. And I must just tell you a very nerdy detail. This is a 2008 model. If you bought a 10 or an 11, this bit here turned to teak, and this bit, just so you know. And also, I think The seats changed to Recaros in 2010, and the door handles went from round to square. Just so you know, 2010. Useful to know that, isn't it, Dan? Yep. Okay, so let's go look at the helm. Simple Fairline helm. You've also got this foot bolster here, which you can actually fold down. I will actually show it to you because it's useful for shouting. So that folds down, see that? And then you can stand here. Let's have a look over there, see if anyone's about. No one's about. What about the office? See if we can get hold of Daz. Hey! Get the fenders in! No, there's no one about. But look how much visibility I've got. Like, I can see right over the front. Can you see over the front there? I've got a shout window here. So I can shout here, look. Nearly, that's it. Hey! There's so many places to shout, it ticks all the boxes. So, dashboard. Let's put these bolsters down. We'll do a bit more detail on the dashboard so you can understand. So this has got an updated plotter. This would not have been with the boat when it was new. It's got bow and stern thrusters. There, let's replay with them. There's the bow. Stern. Oh, we hit something. Oh, it's all right. Twin throttles, VHF, all the gauges here. Water gauge, I just love gauges. They don't go wrong. Well, they don't go wrong as much. Holding tank, that's your poo gauge. And you've got your autopilot, which is new. And you've got your tri-data. Then up here, you've obviously got your RPM meters, your rudder controller, which is what tells you where the rudder is. So useful. Twin fuel gauges, temperature, water, batteries, all there. So it's a really good dashboard. Now I can tell you another nerdy fact. See these air vents? Do you recognise them? They're off the Audi TT. I remember, I was told that when I was selling these new. Very important bit of information. So it's a beautiful helm. I can see, if you come sit next to me, here, you can see, look how clear out, you can see the vis. And if you look left and right, look at the visibility to the left. And if you come over this way and look at the visibility here, it's a very, very easy boat to drive. And if we don't run out of time, we might take it for a quick spin. Let's have a look in a little while. So let's go downstairs. Okay, so this is the saloon, and like everything else on the boat, excuse me, it's really, really well made. This boat is 2 cabins and 2 bathrooms. It's shaft drive with twin Volvo D9 575s, and I'll talk to you more about those in a minute. But it's a very simple boat. The engines are amidships with the shaft and gearbox all in a line. No V drives, no out drives, no IPS drives, just really, really well balanced. But come and have a look at the accommodation. So the kitchen and the dining area or lounge area is all open plan, and this is what people wanted then, this is what people want now. The galley is a lovely size, and it's got a full height fridge, which in 2008 was a really nice extra. The other thing I want to show you, and I'll show you it on the boat in various places, this is American white oak. It's all grain matched. Can you see that, Dan? So this piece of wood here is all one piece of wood. So see the grains match on the door? See, all the way through the door, all the way down. And wherever you look on the boat, it will match. It's grain matched. And this is what you get when you buy a quality boat like a Fairline or a Princess or a Sunseeker. You'll get this attention to detail. And also remember, when you have curves on wood, it costs money. So a few curves are quite good to have. It's true. Right, microwave, oven. We've got a cutlery drawer here. We've got the TV and stereo system here, but I want to show you something under the floor. So this one has been disguised with this mat, but first things first, it's got a proper stainless steel hatch surround, which is good. And then, I don't know if any of you saw my video about the Sunseeker Portofino 47. If you didn't, we'll show it to you up here. You can go and watch that. But the Sunseeker floor on that model had a wooden floor. Now this Fairline is the direct competitor for the Sunseeker Portofino 47. As you can see, this has got a fiberglass floor. This is underneath the carpet, and then if you lift the fiberglass moulding out on this one, God, you can then see the flow-coated bilges, which are beautiful too. Now, a lot of people won't tell you this, but this is a really good way to build a boat, and I highly recommend it. Oh, it's lovely. Okay. This is the master cabin, which is not a midships. This is the master at the bow. And the lovely detailing continues. It's a really big bed. The corners are a bit cut off. Got a lovely wardrobe, and you've got a lovely bathroom, which I'll show you. But you've got blinds everywhere that still work. You've got cupboards up here, which are very handy. It's got ocean air blinds here to put the to get rid of the sunlight. Cubby holes, again all grain matched. Really, really nice. Now let's go and test the bathroom. Okay, so I must admit I'm not a great fan of the revolving shower door. Let's find out where is the latch. I don't really like these. Is it still going to work? Oh, it works. These always break. I haven't got a lot of room, I'll be honest. And actually, I remember fixing these all the time. So the fact this one works still is unbelievable. But look at the finish on the Corian worktops. You've got the cabinets, proper toilets, really, really nice space. I've got to say, I don't think it passes the floss test. I've got to be honest with you. It doesn't pass the floss test. We'll try the one at the back, but it is only 47 feet. And I've got to lose some weight, but it doesn't really pass the floss test. So just be careful. It's not the biggest bathroom in the world, but still nice. All right, coming to the aft cabin. I'm up here, son. This is the air vent for the aft cabin, which is actually quite nice. Let me come down, I'll do it properly. So, this is the aft cabin, which is a twin. And this slides across to make it into a double. But as you can see, I've got plenty of headroom. I can't stand up fully, but I've got plenty of headroom. I've got nice windows here. And we've got a wardrobe behind you. And it's got a little bathroom. Let's go and check it out. Little bathroom. With the same shower design. With the same catch. All right, let's try it out. Do you know what? This bathroom, yeah, it passes the floss test. I think this bathroom's bigger. What's standing on there? That's the moulding, that's all right. It passes the floss test, so this room's bigger. And it's got that little air vent there. Have you seen that? Into the cockpit, you can see my shoes. See? So you've got an air vent there as well as the windows down the side. The aft cabin is a bit of a surprise. It's actually quite big. Okay, so let's go back upstairs and I'm going to show you the engine room. You all right, son? Yeah, all right, engine room. Okay, so Right. No step. Don't tread on the no step. They put it exactly where you want to step, and it says no step. It's like a wind up. Oh, God. Okay. So, this is Volvo Penta D9575, and so is this. Diesel, 9 litre, 575 horsepower. So, these use about 120 litres per hour together at cruise speed of about 18 to 20 knots. This boat will do about 30 knots-ish, depending on the loading. Might do 33 if you're lucky. It's that kind of speed. It's very, very compact. If you look down here, you've got the fuel tank. There's the fuel tank there, and the starboard tank here. It's beautifully laid out and made. As I said to you earlier, it's engines, gearbox, shaft. It's got P brackets which hold the prop shafts, and it's got 2 little dinky rudders, which means you can't manoeuvre at slow speed very easily with the rudders, but you use the prop power to help steer it. But this is a really, really, really nice space. Everything where it should be. I'm looking at all the fuel filters, I'm looking at the water strainers, everything's easy to get hold of, easy to work with. It's just a really, really, really nice bit of kit. So I'm going to show you how to start it and how she runs. Because it's such a nice day, isn't it? Shall we take it out?
You've already got to.
Yeah, okay, right. We'll take her out for a spin if you promise to press the subscribe button and the thumbs up. So this will be fun. Right, so we just turn these keys here, make sure we're in neutral. Number 1. Oh, number 2. Okay, we're good. So let's untie the ropes and go for a spin. Okay, so the first thing I do is I check that the rudder indicator is in the middle, otherwise we're going to go all over the place. We've got a finger on our port side, so I'm going to put the bow over that way, and I'm going to just give it a little bit of throttle off that, a bit more like that, and then I'm going to put the starboard engine ahead, and that kicks my back out. Has it kicked my back out, Dan? Have we hit anything?
Oh yeah.
So it's like I haven't hit anything yet. So I'm going to keep going towards our office, and I still haven't hit anything. My brothers call me Bow Thruster James. Kick it out a bit more, so I'm not there. And then I'm going to put this one in the stern, that one in the head, and it should turn on the spot. Look at that. It looks like I know what I'm doing. All clear, Dan? Oh, oh. Now, some people say that the Targa 47 is slightly noisy because the engines are there and they come up here and the noise reverberates off the roof. And do you know what? They're right. It's bloody noisy. And actually, it's probably only one of the things that lets the boat down. And I remember when I sold these new, people used to say, oh, it's quite noisy up here. And we put some extra sound deadening, but couldn't really do a lot about it. It's one of the very small things you've got to put up with. While we're just getting out of the marina without trying to hit anything, I don't want to hit the fuel barge, got a lot of petrol on there. I just want to talk about the roof. And actually, Dan, if you zoom into that carriage up there, these roofs on these Targa 47s are beautifully made. They're made by Lola Engineering, the Formula One people, and that's an aluminium track, and it's got really nice runners. And this boat is, well, 13 years old, and it still works. Look at that, and it's quick as well. So some other manufacturers could learn a thing or two about this roof because it's a good roof. Right, let's press the horn so everyone knows I'm coming out. Let's go. that smoke over there? Look, what's that smoke? Okay, so we've got a speed limit here of 8 knots, and there is a police boat about, so I don't really want to break the limit, although I can't actually see the police boat. So, but there's a big ship there. Look at that big ship. I don't want to annoy them because they're unloading wood from Russia. Also, just while we get out of the 8 knot speed limit, have a look at the plotter, because some of you don't know where we are. This is England, and we are here near London. Let's zoom it in a bit. It's not in full definition. We're on the Essex coast. And look, you can see France, well, Holland, Belgium, and France are here. So if we turn around, we can go to France. But we've only got a few minutes, so we won't bother. Won't bother today. Okay, so 4 knots speed over ground. I'm doing about 800 RPM. I'm going to turn my thrusters off because I don't want to touch those. And I think we're all looking good. Okay, we're going to open it up. So let's open it up and see how fast we can go. You ready? Here we go. Turbos kick in. Right, I have got trim tabs, but it should. No, I'm going to have to use the trim tabs. I'm using the trim tabs. Right, we're doing. I'm just doing the trim tabs. Okay, we're doing 27.4 knots. We're still going, we're still going. I have got the throttles absolutely buried. We're definitely using loads of fuel. What's it look like behind, Dan? Okay, right, hold on, Sam, we're going to do some turns. What a lovely evening. Here we go. Woohoo! Is he going to make it? Yeah, we're not going to. Oh, it's getting close. Go on, go round, go round. Woohoo! Woo! No mud, is there? What a beauty. Oh, we're going quicker, Dan. We're up to 31. Must be going with the tide. There you go, 30, nearly 32. That's all the fun you're having today, because we've probably done 50 quids with a diesel. Okay, so we're coming into berth, and we've got 4 knots of tide bringing me onto the pontoon, the finger pontoon. So I'm actually just drifting at the moment. How much have I got at the back, Dan? 2 meters?
Yeah.
Yeah? So tell me when I'm past that pile. Am I past it? Tell us when I'm past it. I don't want to hit that. I mean, look at the speed of this tide. Let's try and slow it down a bit. James the thruster. A bit further back, Dan.
No, perfect. Just we are.
Yeah. We haven't hit anything yet.
Yeah.
How many meters?
1 meter.
Is that all right, son?
I think we're there.
Okay, nice. We haven't smashed it up. Are we touched?
Yeah.
Whee! Right, Dan. Where'd the power go?
Go there, is it?
What's that doing up there?
No, and go back to front.
How'd you get it through there?
Come back through.
Oh right. God, what a palaver.
Yes, yeah, well, you knew it was 47.
Oh, it's 47 like the back of my hand, son. Like the back of my hand. Through here.
Undo this pop, mate. Lift it up.
God, what a palaver. Yeah, normally I don't do this, to be honest. This bit. God, how long's that? So you'll go to there. Oh God.
Well, it'd be embarrassing if we showed this, wouldn't it?
Don't put this on, son. This f***ing show. Looks like we don't know what we're doing.
Do what you're doing.
Look how long it is. It's like we're going to France.
No.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well done, mate.
So, we've berthed her up. We haven't damaged it. I do sometimes damage it, but I haven't damaged it today. So let's do a summary of this boat. The summary is, it's £300,000. This is in 2021. It's had 3 owners. It's done 760 odd hours. It's very well looked after. 2 cabin, garage, heating, air conditioning, bound stern thrusters. It's got all the bells and whistles. I love the sand coloured hull. The sand coloured hull upholstery looks original too, and even though I wouldn't choose it, I actually do like it. It sets off from the white quite nicely. If you're seeing this on the camera, everything is as shiny as it looks on the screen. It really is nice. So I said at the beginning of this video, is this boat an all-time classic? And you know what? I think it is. I really think it is. I think it's got all the right things about it. The shaft drive, the cabins, the look, the quality. It still looks great today. I'd be happy to have it as a family boat, and I think you should too. If you can afford to spend £300,000 on a boat, then this has to be it. And I know some of you say to me, James, you've mentioned that some boats are in your top 5. I've mentioned the S62 Princess, the Princess S66, and maybe 1 or 2 others. This is definitely in my top 5 too. I think it ticks all the boxes. So, nothing really more I can say. It's an absolute winner, and I love it. Right. Yeah, all right, mate. It stinks of shit down there. Fucking hell. Cheers, son. Cheers, mate. Cheers. Right, we're out. Cord. I think we need to check the holding tank pipe.